can no longer see. Just let my love throw a spark and have a little faith in me. Just give these loving arms a try, have a little faith in me.
Welcome back to Toyota Grassroots Rugby, and we're in Oamaru, North Otago, for Old Boys against Athletic Marist. Steampunk. What do you know about that?
I know it's unusual, but it's art.
There you go. Oamaru is the steampunk capital of New Zealand. I know the rugby teams have been involved in the restoration of that bridge there over the railway line. And as they come into the Whitstone Contracting Stadium, we welcome our man, Chris Rawson. He's back for another year.
With me, I've got Alan McClay. And Alan, I understand that the Athletic Marist boys have been giving you a hand on a special project.
Yeah, we've been restoring an old railway overbridge down at Friendly Bay as just part of the general improvements down there, and these guys have been a tremendous help. Great in the community, and they've been great having them down there a couple of days ago to apply the paint, and we've almost got it done, so we're really grateful to that help.
We do find a lot of the time that a lot of the rugby players do get into those community projects, and it's great to have them doing that in the community instead of just coming here having a game of rugby and not worrying about the rest of it.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and I must say it's been a fantastic community effort on behalf of all of the community. The companies that have donated to it have been fantastic, and individuals, really great effort.
Very good, thanks very much, Alan. I must apologise for the sunglasses, it's just such a beautiful day here. Cheers. I've got Mark Robertson with me, who is the manager for Athletic Marist. How are the team going this year, Mark?
We've had a bit of a slow start, but we're coming right now. We've had one win and a draw and a loss. So, but apart from that, it's looking up from now on.
There's a big forward pack that's getting more and more mobile each game, and I'm sure they'll come to it, but you've got to get them motivated.
Yeah, I think when the boys get the ball in the hand, they're, it takes a lot of, it's hard to stop, and we've got some backs to complement them, so it's looking good.
This is probably one of the in the first round, the battle of the finalists from last year, so I pick it to be a really interesting, hard game. How do you think you'll go?
Well, as long as it doesn't go as long as last year's final, and it still stays light, I think it's going to be a hard, close game again, so it wouldn't put it past seeing that the score's pretty close at the end of the game.
Stu, how do you think the Old Boys is fit going this year?
We've started off relatively good, and we've got a good strong team. It's probably the first year in 5 we had a good squad to start with. We've got some good strength in the forwards. Our backs are starting to perform the way we want them to. Yeah, we're looking good.
This is a battle from the finalists from last year, and it went double overtime, I think, to make the Old Boys win in the end. But I picked this as a fairly hard game, and it'll be really interesting. How do you think you'll go?
Yeah, well, probably the final from last year was we should have won it well and truly before that, so we're that far ahead. So, yeah, this and as the last piece that we won that, we'll win this again.
Okay, cheers. Thanks very much.
That's what I like, a bit of confidence. We'll win this again. Old Boys and Athletic Marist, two of the pretty dominant clubs in the North Otago competition over recent years. Here come the Old Boys, and there are the Athletic Marist guys. We'll call them Athletic today, otherwise it's a bit too much of a mouthful.
Got to say too, mates, for a club game to be played out here in Whitstone Contracting Stadium, it is an A1 excellent condition. The clubs like having these games so they can generate a bit of revenue across the bar, but for the players themselves, to play in conditions like this in front of the stadium, good conditions over here with a good crowd watching, pretty magical place to be.
Athletic using their inside and midfield backs like loose forwards till the loose forwards get involved. And here they go again. High into the air goes Latu. It's being chased by at least a couple of his mates, and getting onto the ball is Pangata'a. And they've kept him on his feet and driven him towards the line. Only 5 metres to go now. They've gone to ground, but a great opportunity. Here comes a runner, Mafua. Mafua reaches out. Referee says he scored.
Mafua, the big bus. He just absolutely one intention and one intention only. Give me the football. This is how the try was set up with a high bomb. Contested well by Athletic Marist. They got the bounce of the ball back into their arms. Look at the leg drive from the forwards. Bees around the honeypot. Urgency to get it. And here's our big tight head prop forward, Mafu. Hit the line, not much of a hole. And then the little legs started pumping, didn't they? Got over this important game, of course. Mace, remember the great final they had down here last year?
Yeah, I do.
Went into double overtime.
Yeah. 2 extra time periods before they could be separated for the Citizens' Shield. Here come Old Boys.
A little bit more finesse maybe from the Old Boys, wanting to use ball in hand, a bit more width. Athletic Marist, it seems their intention to get plenty of numbers around the breakdown. All their forwards involved.
That's the 22-metre line. Big out of my way from Tonga Tonga. He's given them some go forward, so the forwards are on the front foot. The backs are on the front foot. Alalele and Allah takes the little offload, and in goes the lock forward. There's always a number 4 somewhere scoring a try on Toyota Grassroots Rugby.
Yeah, and I get a feeling we're going to be treated to some magical offloads, magical ball running here this afternoon. Old Boys in particular intent on trying to spin the ball, give it a lot of air. Look at runners coming left and right, options all over the place. And when you have ball runners and support, any player backing up, you're going to have movement. Movement, many tries.
Athletic with a little bit of an old-fashioned throw to the front of the line out, the sort of thing you might have thought Ken Gray or somebody like that would take the ball.
All those words of advice from any coach, just win it and win it anyhow you can.
Yeah, absolutely. No argument with that. Old Boys come away with the kick. Eventually, they've managed to get a semblance of control over matters. Here comes the try scorer, Paya Allah, looking for another one. He's getting close. Oh, nice offload. Harry Frost runs it in the corner, but look at the work that Allah did inside him.
I tell you what, Harry Frost and others around are going to have a stellar season for Old Boys if they just learn to run lines off Allah and other players in the forward pack. That's the way they do it. Let the big grunters up front do all the work, run nice lines off them, looking for the offload, and you're going to get plenty of 5-pointers this year.
Latu's kick goes more up than it does along, but I think Athletic might profit from this yet. Have Old Boys got control of it? The struggle? No, they haven't. So it's come back the Athletic side. Bit messy, but they've got the ball.
Well, they need to get back into this half, don't they? Old Boys really starting to race away with it and make the game safe.
Hang on a minute. What's going on here? John George with the kick in midfield. He's a lock forward. He shouldn't be doing that. Hus Folkar gets a ball out wide, very wide to Bloxham. Bloxham centering kick now. There's a couple of chasers and the ball bounces nicely. Barnard gets the try. Gee whiz, look at this for a lead for Old Boys. This is comprehensive.
Well, we could talk about the try, we could talk about the counter-attack from Old Boys, we could talk about the support running, but really, how did this try eventuate? Who had the ball to start with? Athletic Marist did, and a big lock forward. John George decided to hoist it midfield up and under. It didn't work for him. Hold it next time, buddy. Hold it. Build phases. Keep the ball in hand. It's so much easier game when you've got the football.
Famoana making the ground in midfield before the wingers take charge. To Uefiafia. Famoana again. Rumbling up the middle goes Katoa.
Penalty advantage coming up too. This is free ball here for Old Boys.
Oh, look out, here he goes. This is Allah. Oh,
Hat-trick.
man. This guy's got something, hasn't he?
Well, he's got a hat-trick in 40 minutes of football. The big lock forward scores his third try, pushes the lead out to 39-8. Conversion to come. Look at that.
Just ran right through the middle. And gee, he's got some mobility. He can run once he gets free space in front of him. Big long legs. And Paya Allah really and truly puts Old Boys into a situation where they have got this well and truly under control. Look at that. 41 points to 8 at half-time. 41-8.
Yeah, the hardest thing for Old Boys in the second 40 is actually momentum. Keeping the structure to their game. Don't get white line fever. Actually keep building and really make a statement in the competition in North Otago. We're going to be the team to beat. We want this Citizens Shield desperately in 2012. And this is how we're going to go about it.
Athletic, who would have had the mother of all rack-ups from Coach Mark Wilson at half-time, I imagine. Cool.
Well, they were leading in this game at one stage, if you remember back.
I do. Yeah, good point.
So they can get over the chalk. It can be done.
Well, it might have to wait for a little bit because here goes Old Boys again. And once more, it's Harry Frost running it in the corner. And again, somebody's doing all the work from Famoana. In this case, the halfback. Look at the part he played. But once again, it was a kick not finding touch.
Yeah, when the clearing kick doesn't find touch, you just get a broken line defence for Athletic Marist, and every other team does as well. So really important, if you're going to kick it, to get two waves of defence going up there. The first wave putting pressure on the ball, a second wave, if they break that, breach it, or kick over to tidy up. Athletic Marist didn't do either of those, but now they do have a chance. Big open side, good solid scrum. Balls coming, can come left and right. I think the forwards though, as they want to do in the first half when they scored the try, will want to do the pick and drive.
In the shadow of the goalposts. Very, very close now. Where's the ball? There it is. Somebody's picked it. Somebody's driven. Ref says try. Your choice.
Might be the number 8. Leo, I think maybe the man who's going to get himself up with it.
Gee, you got good eyes.
Slowly.
Yeah, it is too.
Well,
yeah.
he was hovering. He was hovering. As you watch on the pick and drive, this is the strength of Athletic Marist. Scored a try in the first half. Maafu by being aggressive around the ball. Solid scrum, pick and drive, hard to see, and just at the end, better body position, thrust it out, got over the chalk, and it's a try. I don't know it's going to be enough, to be fair, Mace, but it is something.
I'm sure it's not going to be enough. When you're down 41-8 at half-time, that would be the comeback to end all comebacks. Here he is here, Viliami Lau. Good, strong number 8, actually, big bustling player. North Otago Rugby's full of loose forwards like that, big bustling number 8s and blindside flankers who put themselves about. There's 3 or 4 of them in this game. And they've got some midfield backs who can do it as well. Look at this, Tofino. Oh, what a run. What a terrific run to get over for Athletic. Way too late to do any good, but Tofino's scored a try, and it's a good one too.
And our man's wearing jersey number 24, and I hasten to say, Mason, I'm not sure if he's going to wear that high number for the remainder of the season, because this was good. Injection of pace, stood up the fullback well, had the balance to go around their men, 3 or 4 tackles that he had to avoid. In the end, the final say goes to Athletic Marist, but the points go to Old Boys.
Yeah, terrific first half from Old Boys. 41 points they scored in the first spell. Well and truly enough to take them to victory over Athletic Marist today.
Got Dylan Winter from Athletic Marist. The game certainly didn't go your way until the second half, Dylan.
Yeah, the first half was pretty disappointing. It's sort of been the way the season's gone so far. We're pretty slow starting in our matches. Not really too sure what it is, but hopefully we can sort it out sooner rather than later. Otherwise, it could be a problem later on in the season.
Good game, very pleased, Shieldsy.
Oh yeah, first half was pretty good. Second half, the wind got blown out of us there a wee bit. With Athletes bringing on a couple of subs, and yeah, we couldn't stop there rolling more and picking goes for a wee while. But other than that, I thought it was pretty good.
Thought it was pretty good. Yeah, there's the ultimate understatement. They've opened up a 5-point lead now. At the top of the table have Old Boys. Athletic Marist still hovering though. They'll be in the playoffs. You can bet on that. Although there's a few other teams might have a word to say about that. Righto, stick about. Toyota grassroots people love this, but these are the guys.